All right. So I had a Facebook ad for stress salts. So basically, in my store, I have bath salts. Bath salts, right? It's used for when you're in the bath. It helps the warm water. Some bath salts, like, even affect the color of the water, and it also affects your body. It makes you relax more. Um, right? It it helps you relax more in the bathtub. It makes you more comfortable, right? So that was the product that I had, the stress salts. So the stress salts or the bath salts is the one I used for this Facebook ad. The Facebook ad was for the stress salts, and so the idea around this Facebook ad was, okay, I have this product of stress salts, so how can I market it? How can I, like, what type of target audience um, resonates with it? Um, what kind of person am I looking for that needs this product, right? So those are the thoughts that I had going into it. I think another thought was to see, because I've never done Facebook ads, right? To see what I can do with it, to see how it looks, um, to see how the campaign goes, and just to see the interest of my product, to see, all right, is there interest in my product? Um, Also, to be honest, the type of ad I was giving, it could have been better. But I mean, it was my first time, so it was my first time really just putting things out. So, um, me thinking about the ad again, the advertisement that I packaged around the marketing, the way that I put the ad together, it could have been better. Could have been a better video. Could have been a better picture. Could have been a better video. Could have been more effective. It could have enticed people more. It could have been more emotionally captivating. And so those were the things that were lacking. But again, as I say, I was just trying things. I was trying things out. And so that's something that I will keep in mind. That's something I'll learn. So my goal was to see how it works, what it looks like. And that was the goal. The goal was to see, okay, how does a Facebook ad campaign works? What are impressions, link clicks, and all these different things, right? How does a Facebook ad actually work? How do you create a Facebook ad? Whether it be a bad ad or a good ad, how do you essentially create a Facebook ad? And so I was going through that process, and it was interesting. It was definitely a learning curve. Also, I just like the database shown when you're going through an ad campaign, because when you set the schedule for the ad, it will tell you, okay, the ad is scheduled for this date, maybe the 27th of October at 7 o'clock or at 12 o'clock. That's when the ad will begin. And the ad ends on 18 November at 5 a.m. So to see that dynamic, to see the database, to see the impressions, to see how many people are clicking on the link, to see all of that come together, it's really a good learning curve for me. And yeah, it gets a clear picture on how many people are clicking, and the amount of interest that is shown, the amount of interest that is shown in the product, um the amount of interest where people are go like, hey, what is this, right? So for them to click the link, right, it shows that okay, there is interest, there is a target audience here. You just need to entice the people more, you just need to be more convincing. um you just need to make that connection. The connection isn't there. The connection between the the product and the consumer is not there yet. So that connection still needs to be made, and so that's where the marketing comes in. How well you market, how well you market it is will determine the connection between the consumer and the product. It also gave me a chance to see what I need to improve on, um, where I need to, maybe if I need to add more cash daily, or just space it out more, right? Or maybe add more cash in an hour, right? Maybe spend more in an hour, or but yeah, it made me see where I need to improve. As I said in the beginning, my ad could have been better. Whether it's a picture or a video, I could have thought of a better idea for this ad, right? And so having that in mind is really important for me to know, and for me to learn from the data, to learn from the data, to learn from what I've seen, and to improve on it, and to make it better, and to polish it more and more and more, right? So yeah, it gave me more information on who my target audience was. Yeah, to be honest, it gave me more information on my target audience, because through doing this ad campaign, I realized the age range, right, of the people that buy the product. Like the age range was like 25 until I think 53. So knowing the target audience, knowing certain details about them, knowing certain demographics about the target audience, that is very useful information. It's very useful information because once you know the target audience, once you know the age, once you know the gender, once you know what they like, then you can kind of market in an effective way. You can kind of get an idea on how to market effectively to these people, or how to create that connection, how to create the connection between the product and the consumer, the connection that is needed. You will be able to try find ways to fill in the gaps, and even if you don't fill in the gaps for that connection, eventually you will get the gaps. If you keep trying, you keep attempting, you're trying to trying to see, okay, how this connects with the audience, then you will get it, right? And so the age range was from 25 to 53, and it was mostly women that would click. So like 70% of the people that were clicking were women, right? In that age, it was women, like 70%. So now you're like, okay, now you know. So now for the next thing, you focus on women, and then you focus on the 25 to 53 age range. Women that are in the age of between 25 to 53. And so that is a nice thing to learn from, because now you can market effectively to this audience, to this target audience that you see in front of you. Right. It's also opened my eyes to the consuming power of women when it comes to certain products. Right, when it comes to certain products, the way women will buy those products is insane. Like, you can really make money, right, off of that audience. Of course, depending on the product, and the way you, of course, market the product, the way you promote it, of course. But it's also just to acknowledge the consuming power of women, and how much they buy, how much buying power, how much spending power that they have as a group. And so, yeah, man, there's a lot of things to take away from this first Facebook ad. And so I would also encourage you, whenever you do something like this, you focus on the things that you can take away, right? And then improve on them for the next one. And and so after the next one, you focus on the things you can take away from that one, and then you improve, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, that's what I learned.